Hey, what's up everyone? So in today's video, I'm going to talk about maximizing your opportunity for bookings without lowering your price. And I'll explain. So a lot of times it's, say Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, you have a lot of events going on in your city and your vehicle's still available. It hasn't been booked, even though there's a lot going on. And your first instinct may be, let me reduce my price so I can capture that booking. Well, in theory, yes, but also, that doesn't always make sense. So a lot of times as a consumer, so forget Turo, as a consumer, when we want something, when we need something and we need it quickly, we're going to pay a premium for it. We're going to, whether it's shipping, you order something from Amazon and let's say you need it overnight. And I know Amazon has a free overnight 2-day shipping sometimes, but let's say you order a pair of shoes from somewhere and you're having them delivered to your home. Let's say you have an event, a wedding or something going on Saturday and it's Tuesday, and if you do the 5 to 7 business days, you're not going to get your shoes. So what are you going to do as a consumer? You're going to pay for overnight or 2-day delivery. You're going to pay an extra $15, $20, whatever it is, to make sure you get that product before the day of the event. So Turo is really not any different. The thing with Turo is, if you do market research, you're going to find that, there are a bunch of hosts that do offer 1 hour advance notice for their vehicles, but also you're going to see way more that are offering, that require 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours. I've seen 1 day advance notice. And really, those individuals are just shooting themselves in the foot. They're just killing their business. So what you're going to do, or what you should do, is not worry about lowering your price. You should worry about making sure my vehicle's available in an hour, in 2 hours. My personal recommendation would be, make sure your car, the advance notice is no more than 2 hours. I know 3 hours, it could be okay, but you want to separate yourself from as many people as possible. Because again, if someone, say, is at the airport, their other host, while they were flying, canceled their reservation, and now they need a car. They landed, they have no car. Hertz is booked, Avis, all of them, none of them have a vehicle. It's a busy weekend. So, hopefully they go to Turo and go back to Turo and see if there's a vehicle available right away. So if it's 2-3 hours, 2 hours, you might still be able to capture that booking. But if it's 3 or more hours, you're missing out. You're not going to be seen. You're not going to be called upon. But making sure your vehicle is available in 1 hour is the biggest key, or 2 hours max. Now, another thing is, you want to make sure that, if your car goes out on a booking, that you pretty much wash it immediately, as soon as you're able to. Like this vehicle that I'm in, my 2014 BMW, I actually got it back last night. I wasn't able to wash it last night. It was like 7:30 when I got the vehicle back. The car wash that I take it to closes at 8. I don't want to push it. I was tired. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it in the morning. It's not like I was going to get a booking Sunday night anyways. And if I woke up and got a booking for sometime Monday morning, I'd run it to the wash in the morning, make sure it's ready to go. But you want to make sure that your car, after its trip, you wash it immediately. Make sure it's ready. Make sure it's fully gassed. And because usually when we price something lower, when you see something, you're shopping for something, a car, something, a product, you see that this product's $40 when this other product is $70. Like, why is this so cheap? There's got to be a catch. There's got to be something to it. Well, Turo, vehicles really are no different on vehicles on Turo. Because a lot of times if you see those vehicles that are priced lower, more times than not, you're going to see they're going to have some negative reviews, some 2, 3, 1 star, maybe even a few 4 stars. Why? Because their car's not clean when they handed it to their guest, so they're not providing the service that you should be providing, or their car probably has a half tank of gas or a quarter tank of gas, which is terrible. I mean, I don't know why hosts do that. Why would they give a car with that much gas? And the reason I know this is because I see it in the comments when I read reviews from people in my area. When I do my market research, I see these reviews, and the rebuttal from the host is, well, yeah, it did have a half a tank of gas, but I'm not asking you to return it full. You could return it half as well. That's not really the point. The point is you want to make sure that you're providing the service, cars available, because if you're flying in 3 hours, 7 hours, you want to get in the car, you want to get to wherever you need to get to, whether it's a resort, whether it's wherever you're staying, or if you're going somewhere. You don't have to worry about stopping for gas. You're tired. You just want to get to where you need to get to, and move on with your day. So the service and the product you're offering, or your brake squeaking, little things like that. You always want to make sure your car is well maintained, gassed, cleaned, and available in an hour. If you do provide those services, you're able to charge a premium. So you don't have to worry about reducing your price if you're confident with what you're giving, the service you're providing, the product you're providing there. So that's one thing. Another thing you want to make sure that you're doing is offering delivery. I'll tell you, I didn't like the thought of offering delivery, and really almost wasn't really available for delivery until more recently. Actually, since really the summer, but I still never did delivery, never offered delivery for some reason. But I started offering delivery about 3 weeks ago, and immediately within a week or 10 days, probably within 10 days, I got 2 delivery. Well, actually 3. I got 3 deliveries. One was to the airport, and 2 were to some of the resorts. I offer 4 resorts for delivery, and 2 of those 3 were at one of the resorts that I offer delivery to, which are in North Phoenix, North Scottsdale area. I specifically targeted 5-star resorts only because I'm trying to target a certain demographic that will more likely appreciate my vehicle and take good care of it, versus offering delivery to, I don't know, like a Motel 6 or something like that. You're probably not gonna want to do that because of the type of guests you may get that just won't care about your car. They'll trash it. They'll do whatever. If it takes premium, they're not going to put premium fuel in it. And that just is going to bury your business if you do that. So targeting specific hotels, resorts in your area, that's something you want to do. Now, do I charge for delivery? Yes. I at least want to make sure that if I don't have a ride both ways, that my Uber is covered. Now, even if I do have a ride both ways, I still want to make sure that the fuel, so if it's my wife, I want to make sure that our fuel cost is covered, and some of our time too, because time is money. We don't work for free, and I've looked at other hosts that offer delivery, and I don't know how they do it, because they're charging super low and they're offering free delivery. Are they getting bookings? Probably a bunch, only because they're offering a car for cheap and they're offering free delivery. So of course, a lot of consumers will want that. But again, proceed with caution when you're getting something cheap. or a cheap price, not necessarily a cheap vehicle, but a cheap price. Because more than likely, there's something that you're not going to get, or some things that you're not going to get that you would want to get. And then what's going to happen is, as a guest, your experience with Turo will be negative, and you're going to leave a bad review, and you're probably never going to rent from Turo again. So be cautious to the guests out there that are looking for the cheap price vehicles, because you're probably not going to get a few things that you would want to or hope to get renting from Turo. So those are definitely a couple things you want to focus on. Making sure your car is available within an hour, 2 hours max, and just optimizing your settings with delivery, and offering the services that guests, like if you're a host, like you're traveling, you're going to Hawaii, you're going wherever, you're going to Florida, you book a car from Turo. Do you want to get in a car that has a check engine light on, that has a quarter tank of gas, that when you're braking, the brakes are squeaking? You don't want that. So don't provide that type of product to guests, because that'll kill your business. It'll kill the Turo market a little bit because of the negativity, the negative experience of using Turo. So that person will tell their friends, their family, hey, I tried Turo, don't use Turo. You just get a crappy car. Yeah, it's cheap, but you just get a crappy car, crappy experience. And they'll recommend go to Hertz, because you get a car that's brand new or a year old, 2 years old max maybe. And, those vehicles are always serviced, which they are. So make sure you're optimizing your settings, delivery, target, certain hotels, resorts in your area, and make sure your car's ready to go. And these couple things will hopefully help flourish your business. I know for me, I had a busy October. It was a slow start. I was out of town for six days in the beginning of the month, but when I came back, I was pretty busy with both cars, so I was pretty happy about that. And again, that's what's helped me. One of my guests that just 10 days ago rented my vehicle, she came back. She's like, yeah, I rented your vehicle. I saw the reviews. I saw you had a lot of reviews, all great reviews. I have all 5-star reviews, and that's why she rented my car. So, and that's how you want to target those people that appreciate good service. Again, one more quick thing that I want to mention is, if your vehicle, let's say you have a 2-day minimum or 3-day minimum, and probably part of the reason you're doing that is because your day rate is low. Let's say you're charging $50, $40, $50, $55, $60 a day. You're like, hey, you know what? A day, if someone books it for a day, it's just not worth it. But if they book it for 2 days or 3 days, $100, $150 for that booking is worth it. And I agree with that. But what I've done with this car, the 2014 BMW, since my day rates, depending on the time of year, how busy it is. I mean, like now, my day rates in the upper 60s to low 70s for this vehicle. So, and that's if they book for 3+ days. Now, if they book for 1 day, my day rate is actually $83 on a slow time of year. Obviously, during the holidays, it's a little more. I think it's like $10, $15 more a day. But on a 1 day, my vehicle's available, my vehicle is available. If you want it for 1 day, if you want it for 5 hours, it's available. I don't have a 2-day minimum, a 3-day minimum. But if you want the car for 1 day, you're not going to pay the $68, $70. It's $83. So what I've done is I've priced it that high, mainly for the 1 day bookings. I mean, if you get a 2 day, even at $65, that's $130 minus Turo's 25%. That's worth it. But I was mainly worried about what if someone rents it for a day. For me to rent it out for $70, $65 after Turo's 25%, that'll leave me with what, $45-$50. To me, it's not worth it. My time and effort for that one day is definitely not worth it. Now for $83, after Turo's 25%, all right, that's more worth it, because that gets me after Turo's 25%, that gets me, I think, in the mid to upper 60s after Turo's cut. So to me, that's why I've priced it high enough on those. So for those 1-day bookings, which honestly are very rare. I mean, I think I've only gotten a couple of them, but so if you're priced for your vehicle, whether it's a compact, economy, whatever it is, if you're priced low and you're not available for 1 day because of that, try my strategy, price it higher, where you get your target day rate on a 3+ day booking, which are most bookings, but you want to also be available for those people with 1 day. Because here's the thing, a lot of hosts, for that reason or for other reasons, don't have 1 day bookings available. They have a 2 day or 3 day minimum. I've even seen a 5 day minimum, and I don't know how those people are, or how they're getting bookings, if they're getting bookings, but I see those vehicles when I do my market research. So for you to get your bookings or maximize your bookings, that's another thing you want to do. Price high for those 1 or 2 day bookings, but then for your 3+ days, you get your regular $50, $60 times 3. But if they do 1 day, you charge $70, $75 for 1 day. So hopefully that makes sense. And if you're not trying those settings, or if you're not applying those settings, try it out. See what happens in 2 weeks, in a month, 2 months. I know we're approaching, tomorrow's November. Today's Halloween night. Tomorrow's November. And, we got Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year. So these next couple months should be good for most people. And optimizing those, of what I mentioned in this video, hopefully will help you capture a lot more bookings. If you have any questions, anything, if you try these settings and they're working, let me know in the comments. That way, not only do I know that the information I'm providing is working, but also other hosts watching this video will say, hey, you know what? It's, working for these 4, 5, 6 people. Let me try it. So drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.